Blog Talk Radio, the world's largest online radio network.
Good evening. I'm Paula Begoun, the Cosmetics Cop, and anytime I talk about acne and blemishes and breaking out, it's always very painful. I get very emotional. I've struggled with acne most of my life. As some of you have heard me say before, from the day I got my period at the age of 11, I started breaking out, and even after menopause now, and I'm pretty solidly menopausal, I still struggle with blemishes. It isn't actually all that unusual for menopausal women to have struggles with acne, but you hope at some point, some milestone, it'll go away. But to one degree or another, I've struggled with acne my whole life, and what I'm going to tell you, what I'm going to share with you tonight, I don't know how to say this in any clear terms, but I mean this with my heart and all my research, is that what I'm going to tell you is going to change how you deal with acne in general and how you deal with the red marks left over from acne. It really can be different. It really can heal faster, but if you don't know what to do, you will struggle with it forever. You'll just keep going from web board to chat room to store to store, and you'll still end up with not having your skin heal the way you want it to heal, or to reduce breakouts. So, one of the things I'm aware of when I talk, so the first, okay, wait, let me start that over. One of the things that you have to do first in terms of dealing with red marks is you got to deal with acne in the first place. You have to deal with the blemish, because anything you do when a blemish shows up, or if you're not treating your acne in a way that helps reduce the size of the pimple, reduce the frequency of the pimple, reduces the depth of the pimple, you're going to be left with a mark, whether it's a red mark or a brown mark, that is worse and will take longer to heal no matter what I'm about to recommend. I mean, what I'm going to recommend will make it heal faster than much of what we found on the Internet, but there's no way around it if what you do first isn't in alignment with what is state-of-the-art for reducing acne in the first place. The red marks and the brown marks left over from a pimple just will be very, very, very difficult to deal with. So what do you do? So what you do in the first place is treat your skin with 3 basic steps. You cannot leave out any of these 3 steps. If you don't, you're just going to be running yourself around in circles, at least from a starting point. So the starting point, well, actually, this isn't a starting point. This is for everybody. You have to use gentle products. You can't use irritating skin products. That's while you're breaking out, and to heal the red marks or the brown discolorations from acne, you have to use products that don't irritate the skin. That includes the cleanser. Your cleanser has to be gentle. That's just no bar soaps. The ingredients that keep bar soaps in their bar form clog pores. It's not a good thing. So you have to use water-soluble cleansers that are gentle. Bar soaps and bar cleansers, the ingredients that keep them in their bar form clog pores. And they're just drying in general and irritating. Irritation hurts healing. Now, particularly if your skin is tingling, it's telling you it's being irritated. But irritation sometimes is silent. You don't see it on the surface of skin. So absolutely you can be irritating your skin, and your skin won't tell you about it, but you're hurting the healing process anyway. So gentle, nothing that irritates. And you absolutely have to use a salicylic acid exfoliant called BHA, or just the product might contain salicylic acid with never irritants of any kind, preferably no fragrance, and hopefully if it's in a gel or very light lotion or liquid form, anything that keeps a cream or a heavy lotion in in that lotion cream form, what creates the texture can clog pores. Not to mention that's just more emollient than you need, waxier than you need, holds skin cells down, and that can increase breakouts. So salicylic acid in a lightweight texture, either gel or liquid or very thin lotion, and a benzoyl peroxide product. Benzoyl peroxide can be incredible when combined with salicylic acid. Now, some people can't use benzoyl peroxide, for example. I can't. It causes irritation. But it works beautifully by itself. Salicylic acid works beautifully by itself. And for some people who can't use salicylic acid, benzoyl peroxide can work beautifully by itself, or you can use an alpha hydroxy acid product. The active ingredient in that situation would be glycolic acid or lactic acid. Now, on our website at paulaschoice.com, we have a few articles on acne that covers this very clearly and explain. And then on beautypedia.com, you can take a look at the products we recommend that contain salicylic acid, that contain benzoyl peroxide, and glycolic acid. Did I say the right? Salicylic acid, benzoyl peroxide, and glycolic acid, as well as gentle cleansers, so you don't irritate your skin. So that's how you treat acne. That's the starting point. If those groups of products don't work, then you do want to talk to a dermatologist for dermatological options, which would be great for your skin. But the gold standard for the starting point for most acne conditions, gentle cleanser, salicylic acid, and benzoyl peroxide. Then the issue is what do you do when you have a pimple? Even when you've taken the best care of your skin, you're doing everything right, no irritation, gentle, using a well-formulated salicylic acid product, using a well-simulated benzoyl peroxide product, you can still get pimples. That's just the way it is. You're struggling it. It's hard to cure it. In fact, it's impossible to cure it. Time either does it, your genetics does it. If you take oral isotretinoin, that can actually, to some extent, cure it. It can at least really reduce it. Controversies around isotretinoin, used to be called Accutane. That's off the market now, but isotretinoin in its generic form is available. But from there, when you get a pimple, the big question is, what do? Do you squeeze it? You don't squeeze it? My recommendation is leaving it alone just looks ugly. I would never leave a whitehead alone, and it doesn't help anything to leave it alone. What the problem is when you attack your skin and you go at it and you keep going at it and you keep going at it, and you damage the skin and cause a scab. And that's going to make acne red marks or the dark discolorations that African American skin or darker skin tones can get will make it worse. So if you're going to squeeze a blemish, you have to do it gently. You need to use a comedone extractor. You can look up a comedone extractor on the internet and see what those look like. You could get them at any drugstore in the country, pretty much around the world, and use that. We have an article on our website at paulaschoice.com explaining exactly how to do it. So those tips, how you treat blemishes and treat your skin on a daily basis, and then how you remove a blemish, because when a blemish is on your face, well, any place on your body for that matter, because everything I'm saying is true whether it's on your face, your arms, your neck, your chest. Everything I'm saying is true for any acne anywhere, breakouts anywhere on your body. And so when you leave a pimple to just keep growing and getting red and swollen and you don't remove the contents, you're just swelling and breaking down the skin around it, makes the depth of the wound of the blemish deeper, so the redness and discoloration goes deeper. That makes it last longer and harder to treat. So for many, many, many reasons, removing the pressure from within a blemish is actually a good thing. It's just how you do it can make things worse, because if you attack it and make scabs, really bad news. So once it's done, once you do break out and there is going to be some amount of red marks or dark marks for darker skin tones left over. The first line of defense is exactly what I've just been talking about, which is you got to be gentle. No scrubbing, that hurts gentle scrubbing, as long as it's something like a washcloth or one of the scrubs we recommend on beautypedia.com that has just very soft granules, nothing that beats up the skin or rips into the skin, because that just makes healing take longer. Salicylic acid or a glycolic acid topical daily exfoliant will absolutely help healing. Here at Paula's Choice, we strongly recommend salicylic acid because it's an anti-inflammatory. Remember, part of what's causing acne in the first place is it is an inflammatory disorder. Inflammation is bad. Anything that reduces inflammation will make things better. So a salicylic acid-based product used daily will absolutely reduce red marks. You can, from Desiree and Brian and I, separate from what we know, what is true about the research, just anecdotally from all of us, all of us can say that if we didn't use a salicylic acid product over blemishes before or after they go away, the red mark heals, faster than we ever thought it did before we found those products.
Absolutely, yeah.
Brian, are you there? Did we lose Brian to that team?
No, I'm here. I absolutely agree. In fact, even though I'm not breaking out as much now as I did 5-6 years ago, I do notice that if I get a little lazy about using that salicylic acid product and I go back and forth between the several that Paula's Choice offers, I'll break out. It's like sometimes either it's laziness or me just wanting to test the waters and see if, because of my age, I've finally beaten the breakouts. But no.
No. I'm sorry. For some of us, it just goes on and on. And one of the things actually about red marks that's important to mention is really patience. If you are good about how you take care of your skin and you're using an exfoliant, they do go away. By the time you can get around to getting a laser treatment or you can get around to, meaning going to a dermatologist for an IPL or a Fraxel kind of treatment, they really should be gone by then, because these red marks are not about the surface red capillaries that IPLs take care of. They're a very different type of lesion on the face. Now, for darker skin tones, actually lasers and IPLs are very tricky for darker skin tones. And darker skin tones actually need to add, separate from a salicylic acid exfoliant, they should consider using a hydroquinone type product, which is a skin lightening product. There are alternatives to hydroquinone, but in terms of skin discolorations, particularly the depth that can happen with those brownish discolorations, it's just hydroquinone is pretty much state of the art for darker skin tones that get those brown marks as opposed to red marks. Retinol, products with retinol does help healing, but some skin tones can't tolerate it because it's too irritating, but absolutely a well-formulated retinol. Retinol is the whole vitamin A molecule. You can see it very clearly on products as contains retinol. And again, on beautypedia.com, you can look at the products we recommend. Any product that contains anti-inflammatories, and of course, you should only be using products that are loaded with antioxidants that reduce inflammation, is also wonderful. Let me talk really quick about what not to do, because there's a ton of stuff on the internet saying what to do. And three of the things that Desiree found was using
a vitamin. They came up repeatedly.
Did lemon juice and vitamin E come up repeatedly?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, don't do that. Don't do either of those. The problem with vitamin E is vitamin E in a straight oil form onto the skin can be an irritant. Don't do that. There is no research about vitamin E over a scar, over redness, over anything has any benefit in terms of healing. The other thing is lemon juice is an irritant. It hurts healing. You know, ever get lemon juice on a corner of a cuticle when you're cooking? It hurts. It burns. It's bad for skin. It isn't good for skin. There is nothing healing or bleaching about lemon juice. It's just crazy notion. In fact, in reality, there's absolutely nothing you can mix up in your kitchen that is going to work like a gentle cleanser, like salicylic acid or benzoyl peroxide. You know, we have an interesting question here from, where did I see that? From Tony from Canada. She's asking, she has dry skin and acne, and she used 2.5% benzoyl peroxide. That's probably from my line, but it completely dried out her skin. Can you turn, Tony, are you there?
Oh, hi there. Yes, I am. How are you?
I'm good, Tony. How are you?
I'm good. I'm so glad you took my call because I do use your products, the Skin Recovery line, because I have dry skin and rosacea. So breaking out and called up your group, and they said, you know, really rub in the BHA, right, into the, you know, nighttime when you put it on, really, you know, rub it into the pimples.
Well, don't rub it in. I don't know what they meant by rubbing it in, but if you over rub, then that we're not talking about friction rubbing, are we? Like
no, we're just like almost spot treating it. Well, maybe I'm friction rubbing. I'm not sure.
Treating, yeah, just don't. I just worry that when I hear rubbing, I think, you know, really.
Maybe it was a little rough, but nevertheless, so I called back because it really wasn't working. And so they recommended that I could do spot treatments with the Clear Line 2.5 peroxide.
Yeah, benzoyl peroxide.
Benzoyl peroxide. And so they sent me some samples of the 2.5 and the 5, which was great. And I tried using them at nighttime because I didn't want any reactions in the daytime. And it completely dried out my skin, like totally dried it out.
Right. Okay.
Stopped using it, but I really wanted to have some sort of a treatment for my blemishes.
All right. So the salicylic acid, which one of mine did you use?
It's a BHA, correct? Is that salicylic acid?
Which texture product was it? Was it?
It's a lotion, and it's 2%.
Okay. So and that didn't work for you, or it did work?
No, not for my blemishes. Like, it's great for exfoliating. I have no dryness, no accumulation of dry skin, but it really did not help for my blemishes.
So Tony, you have one of the worst types of acne.
Yeah.
Not the worst, but
no, the most difficult to treat. I understand.
Yeah, right. Dry skin and acne is just very, 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 very difficult. I'm not surprised you can't use the benzoyl peroxide. That would be very typical for somebody with dry skin. So here's what I want you to consider doing. I do think salicylic acid is still the answer for you.
Okay.
But that's with a big but. I think that the lotion may not be strong enough for the kind of acne you have. Lotions, just in general, when they have active ingredients, generally don't allow as much penetration as some people need. So I'm going to send you our Paula's Choice 2% BHA. So we have. Sorry, I'm forgetting the name of my product. From the Clear Line, we have an extra strength and a regular strength exfoliating toner. Both of them contain 2% salicylic acid, but in different consistencies. I want you to try those, and you absolutely can soak the blemish at night and in the morning before you put on your makeup and moisturizer with the benzoyl. Sorry, I keep saying benzoyl peroxide. I mean salicylic acid. So I want you to try those two and experiment with them. I think you will get. You'll get better results. If the salicylic acid doesn't work, what I can't send you, but I want to send you, is my 10%. Desiree, what's the name of our 10% exfoliating treatment?
From the Resist line?
From the Resist line.
The weekly resurfacing treatment.
Weekly resurfacing treatment. We're out of it. I can't believe we're out of it. But, Tony, as soon as it comes in, I'm going to send it out to you. I want you to experiment with the salicylic acid-based Paula's Choice products. And, there are, again, you can always go to Beautypedia and see what else we recommend there. But I'm going to send you mine. I like mine. I know how I formulated them. But if they don't work, then the next step would be to try a higher concentration glycolic acid-based product. And then if that doesn't work, then you do have to talk to a dermatologist
Sure.
for using other
Okay.
options. But let's try some different concentrations of the different textures of the salicylic acid. If that doesn't work, the 10% weekly resurfacing treatment, and then let's take it from there and see how you do.
Okay, thank you so much.
Okay, thank you, Tony.
Have a great one.
Take care, dear. And then we had somebody else asking, what did I see here? I'm missing it. But we have so many great questions. So I pretty much went over everything I think I want to go over. So Desiree, you go for it. Let's take questions.
All right, we've got Valerie from Georgia on the line.
Hi, Valerie.
Hi, how are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm great, thank you. I have a question about over-exfoliating. I currently use your skin balancing products, and I am using the 2% BHA liquid morning and evening.
Yeah.
But still feel like I'm maybe
you need more?
I don't know if I'm reacting too much, and if I should only do it once a day, or if I'm just I have that kind of oily, splotchy skin.
How's your skin doing using it twice a day?
I'm not getting any flakiness or dryness.
So how's it looking?
It doesn't look great. I always have something on my face.
You're always going to have something on your face.
Okay.
I would love to say I can do something about that. Believe me. I could buy Tahiti if I could do something about that. If anybody could do something about that on everyone's face, it's an unrealistic goal. I can't promise you that. But in comparison to not using it, in terms of keeping things under control, making your skin look better than without it or with other things you've used, how are you doing?
It's getting better. It is getting better.
Valerie, when did you start using the products?
A year ago.
Oh, and so you're not, so here's what I need to know. You're not over exfoliating. A lot of people use AHA's glycolic acid products or BHA salicylic acid products twice a day. I don't. I use it just at night, but when I sleep in my makeup, I do use it twice a day. So that you're not over exfoliating as long as your skin is looking smooth and even, and the red marks are going away, the blemishes are reducing, and the blackheads are reducing. You're doing fine. What other are you using? All of my skin balancing products?
Yes, the cleanser and the toner. Now I don't use a moisturizer, and then just the exfoliant.
So you use the cleanser and the toner and the exfoliant, and that's all you do? You don't use anything else?
No.
Okay. And so do you do anything for oil absorption during the day? Like, are you wearing makeup and stuff like that?
Yes, I am wearing makeup, but I kind of just, blot my face.
Okay.
As the oil, creeps up.
Right. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to send you our oil blotting papers, and I'm going to send you our new Shine Stopper. And I would like you to try that. I think that some of what happens during the day, because the oil is building up and we're not washing our face and we're not reapplying products, that oil building up during the day is really unpleasant, and it's not best for skin. I think you can get some amount of improvement. I think you'll be very surprised how much oil control you'll get from it. But I also think some amount of oil control like that, what we're seeing from people who are using it, that they get some amount of healing from it. So I'm going to send you that. Brian, do you have any other ideas? I'm frustrated her skin isn't doing better with exactly what I would recommend for Valerie to use. You know something? I'm sorry, I just asked Brian a question and now I'm interrupted. So what about the 10% alpha hydroxy acid product? Or do you think, Brian, that would be too much exfoliation, or should maybe she use it once a week and not use the BHA, the salicylic acid?
Yeah, that's what I would suggest. I think maybe that using that weekly treatment once a week. It can be used up to 4 to 5 times a week for someone who has more advanced sun damage, but I was going to say something about that, and then I was like, oh yeah, it's out of stock.
It is out of stock, but we will put it on the list to get it to Valerie. Brian, you use the 10% exfoliating weekly treatment once a week. How often do you use it?
You know, I was using it once a week. I'm actually I've stopped using it because kind of a long story, but to make a long story short, I prefer the daily smoothing treatment because that's got the 5% AHA along with the 0.5% salicylic acid, and I find that I can use that nightly and get.
Oh, you know something? Sorry, Brian. Desiree, we need to send that to Tony. We need to send that. I forgot about the 5%.
Oh, the 5%.
Yeah, the 5%. When we get her the 10%, let's send Tony the 5%. The 10%. We'll send her the 5% as well. Sorry, Valerie, I just left your problem for a second. Forgive me.
I'm patient.
So I'm gonna send you what Brian is suggesting. You don't have dry skin like Brian does, so I'm not going to recommend the 5%. I am going to send you the 10% from our Resist line for exfoliation. And then, Valerie, how old are you?
43.
Oh, 43. Are you using anything around your eyes?
I'm not.
Okay.
I've had a couple of your sample products, but I just haven't been sure really which one to use.
Okay, so I'm going to send you my personal favorite. There's several you could consider, but I'm going to send you my Moisture Boost Hydrating Treatment Cream. I want you to just use that around the eye area. So,
okay.
So experiment with the AHA. I'm going to send you. When you wash your face at night, Valerie, do you use a washcloth?
No, I don't.
Okay. So here's what I'm going to suggest you do. Tonight when you wash your face, I want you to use the Skin Balancing Cleanser from Paula's Choice with a washcloth. And then I want you to consider getting, Olay has, and I know Desiree and Brian are just going to roll their eyes.
Brian, I think I heard you say this last week about using that rotating brush.
I did. I think you should consider it.
Okay.
There is something about getting all the makeup off your face that makes a difference. It's not that makeup is bad, but makeup left on is an irritant when you sleep. So the better you get your makeup off, the better your skin is going to be. I'm also going to send you my Paula's Choice Gentle Makeup Remover. But I don't want you to use that on your face. I don't want you to use that on your face, mostly over your eye area.
Right, okay.
But I think that brush, for some people, I just think it start with the washcloth, but for $29, it might be worth giving it a try. So give those things a try. I think that just using the cleanser and not a washcloth or a gentle brush like Olay's new one, I think isn't enough for your skin, and that might be some of the dull, clogged pore thing you got going on.
Right.
So
and one other thing, I've noticed when I wake up in the morning, my face seems calm, but by the time I go to bed and use your products, I'm just completely splotchy again. But going through the day, I get splotchy, or I get, things pop up.
Right. So that's why some of it is that we're going to make sure you're getting all your makeup off. I think that cleanser might help. I also think that using the Shine Stopper, so your face isn't getting that built-up oily grit, and I think that might make a huge difference. And I want you to let Desiree know how you're doing if the stuff we're recommending is helping you.
I absolutely will.
All right. Thank you, Valerie.
Thank you so much. I appreciate all the information.
You're welcome, dear. Take care. Desiree, next caller.
All right. Forgive me, caller, if I pronounce your name wrong, but it is Aparna from New York.
Close. It's Aparna.
There we go.
Aparna?
Yeah, Aparna. Yeah, Aparna.
Aparna. I'll try to get that right. What can I do for you, Aparna?
Well, first, I just want to thank you for all your hard work. I love everything you've ever done, and I read your website religiously. So I just wanted to thank you for taking my call as well.
You're welcome.
I'm 34, but my dermatologist will tell you that I look like I'm 24. And I survived adolescent acne where I didn't have it at all, but I started to get it in my 20s. And I'm wondering if, at my age now, if it's hormonal. But regardless, I use a lot of your products. I use the Olay Gentle Facial Cleanser twice a day. I use your Hydrolite Refreshing Toner twice a day. During the day, in the morning I use your 1% beta-hydroxy acid lotion. And at night I have your Resist alpha hydroxy acid, the daily smoothing treatment.
The 5%?
Yes, the 5%. I use the Olay Regenerating Serum, and then I also use Olay Completely Ageless for SPF. And then I use your Hydrolite Moisture Infusing Lotion at night. So I feel like I'm pretty covered. I followed all your advice.
Wait 1 second. So you feel you have dry skin acne?
So actually, I have combination skin, so normal to combination, and I have some marks on my cheek, a place where I almost never get acne at all. I had a breakout in November, and I've been sticking to the routine, and I still have some marks left on my cheek. I'm getting married in a few months, and I was just hoping that they'd be gone in time. And I just wondered if there was anything more I could do.
And how long have they been there?
The breakout was November.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
And what skin color are you, Aparna?
I have a South Asian background, so I'm Indian, but I have I'm sort of fair in my cheeks, so it's like maybe just a little darker than olive.
So you're Indian, so like medium skin tone, dark skin tone?
No, lighter, maybe just lighter than medium.
Lighter than medium. So they're red, they're not brown discolorations.
They're kind of like a reddish brown.
Okay, all right, I know your skin color. Okay, got it. Because skin color plays a big part. Okay, Aparna, let's work on this.
Thank you.
So first of all acne is hormonal. By definition, it's hormonal. And for some people, it gets triggered by irritation, but still it's because they have the propensity, the hormonal propensity to break out. So as a rule, almost all acne is hormonal. Now, and I say that, and of course there's drugs that can trigger acne and, you know, medications, and I mean there are other things, but primarily, overwhelmingly, it is hormones, which is why most kids get acne is because they get hormones. They literally start producing male hormones. Boys do, girls do, and when boys' hormones start leveling out after the age of 20, they stop breaking out. Unfortunately, women's hormones never level out. We seesaw between estrogen and androgens, female hormones and male hormones all of our life, which is why some women genetically who, you know, just because we seesaw, they think they only get it when they're teenagers, but they also get it older because our hormones just stay kind of crazy most of our lives. So it's hormonal. So I think that the 1% lotion isn't enough for you.
Okay.
I think that I'm going to send you our 2% lotion, and I'm also going to send you my 2% liquid from my clear line. I want you to experiment with that carefully. When I say carefully, I mean, first of all, I don't want you to do anything 2 to 3 weeks before your wedding. You can ask Brian. You don't want to do anything too dramatic just before your wedding. Things can go wrong, and that won't be good.
So
Brian,
when you say not to do anything, should I just stick to my regular routine?
3 to 4 weeks. Sorry, Brian, what were you going to say?
Oh, I think, yeah, I'm glad that you brought that up. I do think that you could definitely benefit, and you have enough time before the wedding, because you said it was 3 or 4 months away, correct?
Yeah, June. I have 3 months, yep.
Okay. So find a good cosmetic dermatologist in your area that is familiar with intense pulse light, otherwise known as IPL or photofacials, and go in and see them for a consultation, express your concerns, show up without makeup so they can see what your skin really looks like. If they, they'll probably ask you to wash your face anyway. And I think that by the time you have that treatment done and then given the healing time, I think you'd be in good shape along with your skincare routine.
Oh, so I should go in and have a dermatologist check it out.
I don't think that hurts. But what I'm going to do, and I'm going to suggest that you try, Brian's right, but what I'm going to suggest you try for a couple of weeks before you make that derm appointment, I want you to up the kind of 2%, the kind of salicylic acid product you're using. So Desiree is going to send you the clear 2% regular strength exfoliating liquid and the 2% gel beta-hydroxyacid salicylic acid product from Paula's Choice. The Resist 5% I think is fine to use. The Olay is good. The Olay SPF, by the way, I can't believe I forgot to say that you got to wear sunscreen. Even if you have oily acne skin, you got to find a way to get sunscreen to the face because you can't heal very well without sunscreen. By definition, sun damage, sun exposure, unprotected sun exposure is causing your skin to break down, is causing your skin, is literally immune cells that can help your skin heal, break down, go away. So sun protection, so that you're using Olay's SPF, that's wonderful, that's great. And their cleanser is good, so that's fine. And then I am also going to send you one of my skin lightening, I'll send you both my skin lightening products, the Remarkable Skin Lightening Gel and the Remarkable Skin Lightening Lotion. Obviously, one is in a gel, one is in a lotion. I want you to spot treat one of the skin discolorations and see how your skin does, or test it on the inside of your arm first. You got to spot test hydroquinone before you put it on your face. But if they're brownish the way you're saying, sometimes a hydroquinone product can be a lot of help. But only do that for a couple of weeks. If you don't see improvement with the products I'm going to send you, then I do think Brian's right. I think you need a consultation for the kind of brown spot. If it was just red, there's very little that a dermatologist can do with laser or Fraxel or IPL, intense pulse light. But for brown spots, that is something a dermatologist can consider looking at treating. You definitely want to go to a dermatologist who knows about darker skin tones. So give that a try, and you'll have a wonderful wedding. Don't do anything different 3 to 4 weeks before your wedding.
Thank you. I have one other question based on the advice you've given. When would I use the lighteners, and then should I put the 2% BHA gel in? I would replace that in the morning, but when would I use the liquid clear line?
Well, so you're replacing the 1% lotion. I'm giving you all these products to experiment with.
Okay.
So you see if you like the gel. If you don't like the gel, try the liquid.
Okay.
For example, I don't like gels. I like liquids. So I use I like my 2% BHA liquid. So this is that I'm doing more to just see which one your skin likes.
Got it.
And then in terms of the skin lightener, you're only going to use the Spot Treats, the skin lightener. You're only going to use that over the darker areas. You're not going to use it all over your face.
And do I use that before or after the AHA, or not at all?
You use it before or after. That's really a personal preference. Most people use it after.
Okay.
Okay?
Awesome. Thank you all so much. I really appreciate it.
All right, Aparna, have a gorgeous wedding.
Thank you.
All right, take care. Next question, Desiree.
It's Christy from Georgia.
Hi, Christy from Georgia.
Hi, Paula. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing good. My question was kind of along the lines of Tony from Canada. I'm having irritation from the benzoyl peroxide treatment, but my skin is super, super, super oily, but it reacts so quickly to using a BHA or using the acne spot treatment, and my chin is constantly broken out. So I use the 2.5% benzoyl peroxide, but within a day or two of using it just at night, it completely is just dry and flaky. So I talked to one of your customer service people, and they suggested mixing it with the Skin Balancing Moisture Gel. and mixing the two together and putting it on, but that hasn't really seemed to help either. And I mean, once it goes dry, oh, it's horrible, and makeup just makes it look worse. And
oh yeah. Oh, please believe me. I can, by the way, just to be clear, no pun intended, I can't use my own benzoyl peroxide product. I'm allergic to benzoyl peroxide. So it's not, for some people who can use it, it's brilliant. I mean, the research about it is very, very clear. Benzoyl peroxide is not a miracle. It's been around a long time. We know a lot about it. We know it works, but not everybody can use it. And I can't use it. So, but instead of the gel, I would have mixed it with a lotion instead of a gel. But it sounds to me like you're just allergic to it. But I am going to send you my Hydrolite moisturizer just to see if you do mix it with that, just for the sake of experimenting. You know, one of the things about treating acne or treating red marks from acne is not so much red marks. That's really about exfoliating, sun protection, and gentle. But to treat the blemishes before, to prevent getting them, that really takes, that takes experimentation with products that contain the right ingredients. And then that's why you start with salicylic acid and benzoyl peroxide. If you can't use benzoyl peroxide, you drop out the benzoyl peroxide and stay with the salicylic acid, maybe increase the percentage from 1% to 2% of salicylic acid. If you can't use salicylic acid, then you try alpha hydroxy acid, which is glycolic acid. That's a proactive. Their skincare routine is based on benzoyl peroxide, a benzoyl peroxide product, and an alpha hydroxy acid, glycolic acid-based exfoliant. I don't think that's the preferred way. I would start always with salicylic acid because it's an anti-inflammatory, but if you can't use it, then you move on to another combination. And then if that doesn't work, if you can't use a topical exfoliant, either salicylic acid or glycolic acid or benzoyl peroxide for disinfection, antibacterial, then you can move on to a dermatologic treatment. Then you see a dermatologist and you ask about products like prescription strength azelaic acid or Retin-A or Renova, adapalene, different types of treatments that can be used to treat acne. So it takes experimentation. It just takes experimentation with the right products. So, so you said you can't use the benzoyl peroxide. So I am going to send you the Hydrolite moisturizer from Paula's Choice just to see how your skin does when you mix those. Now, I'm sorry, Christy, I don't remember. Did you say you're using one of my salicylic acid products?
Yeah, I use all your products. I use the Hydrolite cleanser, and then I use the 2% BHA liquid just at night, because if I use it twice a day, it just eats my skin up. So I just use the 2% BHA at night, and then I normally use the moisture gel just around my eyes, or I would put it on the spots where then it was now getting dry. And then I just started using, of course I use your makeup too, your foundation, and I just ordered some and got some of the oil-absorbing mattifying, the new product you just came out with.
Yeah, the Shine stuff.
Yeah, I've been using that. My skin's so oily, it takes away the oil for probably about 3 hours or so, and then it just comes back full force.
So you can even apply the Shine Stopper as long as you dab it on. You can apply it over makeup, by the way, just to let you know. So don't be afraid of using it over makeup. You just don't want to rub it on. You just want to really gently dab it on the oily areas. So you can only use the 2%. Have you tried the 2% from the clear line that is just the liquid, that isn't the more gentle? Never mind, I can't explain it. It's going to take too long. I have two different types.
I'm using the one from the clear line right now, the 2% from the clear line.
The regular strength?
Let me look at the bottle here. It's the 2% Targeted Acne Relief Toner Extra Strength.
Okay, I'm going to send you the regular strength. I think it's too much. I think it's too much for your skin type. You know, it's one of the reasons my line has, what do we have, 8, 9, 10? I can't even keep track. Salicylic acid-based products, because depending on your skin type, we have it in lotion form, gel form, liquid form, different types of liquids that are more penetrating depending on how much your skin can handle the depth of the problem. So I'm going to send you the regular strength and see how you do. I'm going to send you the Hydrolite Moisturizer. I am also going to send you my Moisture Boost hydrating treatment. I don't personally, I know my customer service people love, and a lot of people love my, the Hydrolite, the skin balancing gel around the eyes. I prefer my Moisture Boost treatment. So I want you to give that a try, so I'm going to send that to you to play with. But stop using the benzoyl peroxide until you get the Hydrolite lotion to mix it up with. And then when you get the new, stay using the clear extra strength that you have at night, and then I'm going to send you the regular strength. I think that'll be a lot better for your skin. And then start reapplying the Shine Stopper after that 3 hours is up. Dab off the excess oil and then just put Desiree, let's make sure we send Christy the oil blotting papers. Dab off the excess oil, put a little bit more of the Shine Stopper on. It just a little bit goes a long way with that stuff.
Okay.
And I think you'll be happy with the results. I hope I answered your questions, Christy.
Yeah, no, you did. I do appreciate it. And I have been to a dermatologist before for it, and I've tried the Tazarac, and they've put me also on the Retin-A, and that stuff all just is the same way. Even though my skin's really oily, it just eats my face up and just makes it extremely patchy and dry. So I kind of gave up on the dermatologist route and have just tried to control it with using your products and products that you recommended. So
I want you to know I can't use Tazarac or Adele. I think we were twins separated at birth, Christy. I can't use those treatments either. I have experimented with stuff all my life. So, but some people can, which is why you got to experiment. But I think we're on the right track. I think you'll call us back or you'll email Desiree and let us know how you're doing.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you for your help.
Thank you, Christy. Take care. All right. Do we have time for? Oh, we have time for another caller.
Yes.
Desiree?
We've got Pamela from Michigan on the line.
Hi, Pamela.
Hi, Paula. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. My question tonight is about kind of the differences between sunspots or dark spots and freckles, if they're kind of the same in a way, and maybe treating those, especially on my chest and my arms, so larger areas like that. I don't know if using products with AHA or hydroquinone would help, or what do you think?
Pamela, how old are you?
I'm 50.
You're 50.
Yeah.
And are these places where did you grow up with freckles?
A little bit on my face, and I noticed that they would basically come out more when I would be in the sun. And, of course, being 50, when I was in my 20s or late teens, we didn't use SPF as much as we should.
And they were and those freckles were cuter when we were younger. They got a lot less cute as we got older.
Definitely.
So the freckles, when you started noticing freckles as a young girl on your face, the way you're describing it, from what I can tell, is those brown freckles were indeed early sun damage. You just had the propensity for making them younger. If you had been good about sun protection, they wouldn't have come. As they just get worse, the damage increases and you get more and more brown spots. For somebody who has lots of freckles and sun damage, you get both. And there isn't much difference between them except depth and the amount of them and the way they look. But they're both about concentrations of melanin. One is genetically caused and the other is caused from sun damage. Some medications can cause some forms of from brown patching, from hormonal things like birth control pills or pregnancy, but that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about the brown little spots that show up on the parts of your body that see the sun, your chest, your hands, your arms.
Some are lighter than others. I mean, there's definite darker spots than some of the lighter spots.
Right, and that's just about the depth of damage, the random depth of damage from just how your body has reacted to damage. It's kind of like when you get a scratch of, your skin gets scratched and different scratches, different wounds on your body heal differently. Just genetically, it's just different parts of the body do different things. There's no rhyme or reason for it. And some of it is because in some areas, just that's the way your skin is producing showing the damage. From what the research shows, the best you can do, definitely you can consider using a product that contains retinol, which is the cosmetic version of vitamin A, or prescription version, which is Retin-A or Renova. I am going to send you my 2 hydroquinone-based products. Do spot test it before you use it. Make sure you don't have an irritant reaction from it. Those, absolutely no way around it. Hydroquinone is state-of-the-art from dermatologic research for lightening skin discolorations. I am going to send you one of, I don't have it in stock right now, but when it comes in, you will get it. I am going to send you my weekly exfoliating treatment with 10% AHA, as well as my daily 5% moisturizer with AHA from my Resist line. And I got to go, but I think that will help you a lot. And sun protection, I'm going to send you my skin recovery sunscreen, as well as my new Resist sunscreen when it comes out. It should be here any day now. Thank you for calling, Pamela.
Thank you so much, Paula. Thank you.
Take care, dear. So I always feel like there's so much more because there is always more we can talk about. But then we'll be back next Thursday. Well, I won't be back, but Brian and Desiree will be back. And next week we'll be talking to Ashley. Brian, is her last name Metchem?
It's Meacham, and she was just recently married, so I'm still getting used to that name myself, but it's Meacham.
Meacham. So it's the secrets to get the best hair color at home or in the salon. If there was any way I could listen to the show, I would. The neurotic woman I am about my gray hair. On the 7th, we're talking about 5 cosmetic dermatology procedures you absolutely should consider. On the 14th, celebrity makeup artist tips revealed. We got some great shows coming up. We're going to be talking about anti-aging hair, how to stop your hair from aging, 6 ways to do your makeup better. Brian and I sat down and talked about this, and we thought, boy, this is stuff you absolutely don't read in a fashion magazine. You're going to love that. And, this is going to be our most popular show, the best beauty finds under $10. We got a ton of great shows coming up. I'm Paula Begoun, the Cosmetics Cop, keeping you beautifully informed every Thursday evening live in Seattle, Washington, when I'm in town, different times around the world. And you can always listen to us archived. Come visit us at paulaschoice.com or cosmeticscop.com, where we have new articles up and new reviews up for products we reviewed on beautypedia.com. Our goal here at Paula's Choice is to get you taking the best care of your skin possible, whether you are using my products or someone else's. We are dedicated to taking care of your skin. So until next Thursday, stay beautifully informed, stay listening to us. I'm Paula Begoun, the Cosmetics Cop, Desiree Stordahl, my assistant, Brian Barron, my alter ego. Take care until next week.
Blog Talk Radio, where millions of hosts and listeners gather.